where my page is OFS 27. You'll see a guy named John Vanier, Spirituality, Belonging. I think you know Jean Vanier worked with people with mentally challenged people, right? And found in a community. One of the great things I can still remember Jean Vanier writing, this is years ago in his Arch book, one of my favorite quotations of Jean Vanier says, anyone who joins a community without knowing that what we will learn there is forgiveness is not ready to join the community. The community is about coming together in difference and learning how to forgive each other. And if you're not ready for that, you're not ready for a community. But he works with them, and he talks about community. I'd like to I give you this just as for your own reflections on belonging, but I want to look at the box that I've portioned off. It says, community takes a long time to form. It takes a long time for barriers to drop, for mutual confidence to grow, for nonverbal communication to become more important than words, literally for people to know one another. A community is only a community when most of the people in it have made the passage from the community for me to me for the community. A community is only a community when most of the people in it are consciously trying to seek the fulfillment, peace, and happiness of every other member of it, of the other. We read Paul from the letter to the Philippians, but it was St. Francis who talked about the self-emptying Christ as well, right? The self-emptying Christ, that the image of the follower of Christ is the one so loved, so cherished by God, that they're free and they look out and want the others to know of God's goodness and peace. So moved. It's so frightening. It's frightening. I'm not sure, should there ever be a Franciscan who doesn't know that God is good and that God is merciful? I mean, if they don't know that, please don't put them out on the street. Don't let them talk to anybody. Please. Because if they don't know that essential gospel tool of mercy, then how will they treat one another? And how will they have expectations for the other person to be better than they are? Who can know that God loves them? A community begins when we think about the other. Interesting, huh? That when we belong to God, we belong to one another. And when we belong to one another, us matters. Us matters. I know why you're here. I think you're here because Tom and the friars here really believe that you're part of us. You're part of us. You're part of our hearts. That we can be a source of inspiration perhaps, but that you can inspire us, that we need one another's witness to that good and faithful God. We belong together so that no matter what the jurisdictions are, I think we would want to communicate to you that you are valuable to us. You have worth for us. Your presence is valuable to us because it reminds us what it means to be Franciscan. And without you, we will just turn into priests. Right? We really will. Just priests. Thinking that the service is the service to the internal church, to build up the body. And that's surely part of our ministry. But we'll forget that it's to the brotherhood of the world, global, to every man and woman, to build a fraternity where the gospel is alive, where Jesus dies again for the other, where grace is alive and potent, and the divisions of this world are no longer. A more fraternal and evangelical world. And we're in that together. And we need each other. I'm going to end right there. I think I'm supposed to go till 9, I think, right? We're going to take a 10-minute break, and then we'll come back together, and if you have some questions, we'll deal with some questions, and I just have one small